Hey there, it's Fight here with a super quick review of Mike Kuch's simple influencer sales system, which in a nutshell is how to build a big audience on Instagram the proper way, so you have a really engaged audience, and then sell that influence you have over that audience, or that, it sounds a bit dodgy, you don't have influence over it, but they follow you and, you're respected in that market. How to then sell that influence or monetize that influence by contacting businesses, whether it's local businesses or advertising agencies, etc., who then pay you for exposure. And if you remember, it's probably a couple of weeks ago, I sent out an email how my brother does precisely this. He basically builds up an audience, and this guy now, has massive influence in the sense of he gets sponsored by the companies like Gore-Tex, Mercedes. He drives a Mercedes just because he's sponsored. What else is Polar? Earlier I talked to him on Skype and said, look, shall we get a drone for our trip to Mallorca? And he goes, don't worry, I'll talk to DJI. Okay, cool. And that is the kind of stuff that happens when you have that influence on social media accounts. Now, I kind of completely missed the boat in the early days of mobile marketing. It was ridiculous. I just, it was one of the old folks who went, it's never going to take off. And boom, it did take off. And I kind of missed that boat. I am glad I basically jumped onto Facebook when it was starting to heat up, and it's still going very, very strong. And I'm glad I did, because it was very, very profitable for me. And the same here. Instagram, I am absolutely jumping into, and not because I like being the face of something, and that is the key thing here about this course. This is not about you having to be the face of your channel. It can be totally anonymous, and he gives plenty of examples in there. But you need to be on Instagram. Absolutely stay with Facebook, I totally agree. But the stats he provides in these early modules here are mind-boggling when you see at the power of Instagram and where it's going. Anyway, so the quick review then here is a couple. I'll tell you the bad stuff first, right? The audio quality is so-so. Basically, it sounds like some electric noise. There's some, I don't know, it's not feedback, but sort of a electric hum in the background of a lot of those videos. It's not a major issue, but because I have tinnitus, I kind of find things like that irritating. But you can understand it just fine. It's just one of those things. Then the first three modules here, the welcome, what is influencer marketing, and what is the influencer marketing opportunity, are kind of a more why you should be doing this. And I can totally see how, for example, my wife would absolutely love this, because she wants to know everything, every single bit of it up front. Personally, I find it irritating because I just want to get to the meat and dig in, and then if I can't figure things out, I might just go back and look at this here. So just be pre-warned, if you go through this step by step and you go, man, this is a bit boring, that's exactly what I felt earlier. Fortunately, in here, it gets, this one here. So these, apart from the welcome, these first three really are just the reasons why you should be doing it. Where it really gets into it, and this is where I got really excited, is the how to build and sell your influence on Instagram. He gives a couple of examples, one for e-com and affiliate marketing. Fantastic. If you do e-com, go and get this. The same goes for affiliate marketing. If you are willing to stick in one market, this is the key thing, right? So this is basically a great model if you want to build a particular audience for a particular market. And that's going to take some time and effort. And as a result, if you jump from offer to offer, it's of course not for you. But if you are in e-com and you build out a store around one theme, like jewelry or whatever it is, then this is a fantastic way of doing it. The same goes for affiliate marketing. If you're in the weight loss or fitness niche or gardening or whatever, then absolutely worth looking at. Next one is how to sell this influence for agencies, and that's precisely what my brother does. Basically he has the media, he owns the media, and then those big companies come to him. What is a little bit odd here is the order. These videos were created in a totally different order, and now they're presented in this order. What you should be doing is look at this one here first, the 6th step. That's basically the model, perhaps alongside with this examples of how to do it model, these two first, then the how to build for agencies, then the e-com, and finally how not to. I don't know why they're ordered in this way. I'm going to reach out to Mike to see if he can reorder it, because in here he talks about the process mentioned in here, this mentions the process mentioned in here, and that kind of comes towards the end as a counterexample of how not to do it. And these are great case studies. Incidentally, the case studies throughout, from beginning to end, are absolutely worth the price of admission. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I mean, if you're an Instagram pro, possibly not. But I am fairly new to this, and the insights truly show that Mike is actually doing this, and he understands the psychology behind it, he understands the community behind it, how they engage with channels, how they do this whole following thing, how to do it, and then more importantly, how not to do it. Alrighty? And then, of course, at the end, the revenue models. So all in all, this truly is a double thumbs up. It's well worth getting. Go and do this. Don't miss the boat like I did with mobile marketing. Could still kick myself in the backside. Alrighty, cheers, bye.